We have the reason for Samantha Irvin's WWE departure, plus an update on future plans for an international WWE event, and what happened when Raw went off the air. It's all in the Cultaholic Wrestling News right now. Still reeling from the news that Samantha Irvin is gone from WWE.
The memories alone. She'll probably sing to herself in the shower in the most perfect singing voice ever.
Just like that, I would say. There was some speculation as to why she might have gone, some question marks about maybe going to AEW. Of course, those conversations start because there's a Y in the day. But the Wrestling Observer radio show has given us some details on what led to her leaving.
Projects outside of the WWE. According to the Observer, Samantha and the WWE couldn't come to terms on how the project would work, and consequently, she handed in her resignation. Observer also say that she's been considering leaving for the last year. My goodness me, that she'd get more involved in her music.
Yeah, I imagine when you're on the road with WWE week to week as the ring announcer and you want to take time off to do music, then potentially like tours and things like that are going to impact that week to week work with WWE. So it's like you're either in or you're out. There's only very few rare cases of non-wrestling talent where you can come and go as you please. Pat McAfee being one of those. I feel like he takes time off for college game day, then comes away again. I feel like that was something that was agreed before he signed to do Raw. Otherwise, everyone's sort of there all the time.
Yeah, it's not, you're not as lucky as John Cena where you sat on the back of a bus during a tour and you start rapping. Then that becomes your wrestling gimmick, so you combine the two worlds. That famous story back in the day when Stephanie McMahon heard him rapping.
Yeah, and then she went, hey, do that on television. And the rest is history. If only Samantha Irvin had just busted out the flute at the back of a tour bus. Could have been a very different story. So she's off. So if that gives a lot of indication in terms of what she's going to do next, and it's pursuing her music world, and good, more power to her.
Yeah, and also
get out of wrestling.
It's rubbish.
Get out of wrestling. Run, Samantha. Run before it changes you.
And also Ricochet said she's not going to AEW, so where else can she go?
Exactly. TNA.
Yeah. Take my place. Do my job better than me.
Samantha, if you'd like to pick 3 wrestling matches that you'd watch while stranded on a desert island, we can talk about that too. But of course, we saw the return of Lillian Garcia in the wake of Samantha Irvin's departure. And she took to Instagram, did Lillian, following her first night back as Raw ring announcer.
Yeah, she says, well, now you know. Oh my gosh, guys, did it just happen? Did I just really go back to the WWE after being gone for like 8 years? It's only been 8 years, Tom.
I know,
Feels like
right?
it's been about 15. I mean, I've popped in every now and then.
Oh, wow, Lillian! Lillian!
I've picked a terrible day to forget my glasses, but I've popped in every now and then, but it's been 8 years since it's been a full-time announcer there. My goodness, when my music hit and I got introduced, the cheers and applause that you gave me tonight, thank you for that.
Because I was nervous, I could even tell I was nervous when I was announcing, but it was all worth it, all worth taking a risk and a gamble and just coming back, just seeing everyone like the WWE superstars, my friends, the crew, and I'm excited. I'm strapping on my seatbelt for that. I love you. I'm back home.
Lillian also had a message for Samantha Irvin where she said, Sam, I do want to tell you, I think you're an extraordinary, as Booker T would say, talent, and you're unbelievable. And I know it wasn't easy to walk away from here, and I wish you all the success in your music career. I know you're going to kill it.
Yeah.
So there's the scoops there from Lillian.
Cow scalps from Lillian Garcia and from Wrestling Observer. It looks as if the music world is getting Samantha. And, you know what, go run, go and do that.
I mean, she's got a lot to live up to in terms of Samantha's from music's past, because one of my favourites from the late 90s, Tom, Samantha Mumba. If she can reach the pinnacle.
Don't wanna love you if you don't love me. And the movie The Time Machine.
Really?
She was in a movie called, she was in The Time Machine in the Nordic. We had loads of copies traded in when I worked at Game. Not saying anything bad about Samantha Mumba. Any other Samanthas?
Come back to your love. Oh,
nice.
Give me a reason to stay.
That came on in the Metro Centre, I think, this weekend.
Oh.
How funny is that we're talking about
Maybe
it?
Samantha Irvin should just cover Samantha Mumba's greatest hits to get going, and then once you've done that, the world's your oyster.
Brilliant. Do that.
Yeah.
I love some Samantha Mumba love. In the chat. This has been a great news video so far. It can only get better from here. So we've already been reporting this, that the ECW Arena, the infamous ECW Arena, is going to be the home to NXT. They're out of the shed next month for a special Wednesday episode. And according to the Wrestling Observer, it is for a very good reason.
Just to create a hook. So this series of matches on this event is going to take place on a Wednesday, not your customary Tuesday. So to try and make it feel special and go, ooh, let's check that out instead of watching AEW Dynamite. Let's make it hardcore and ECW-ish.
Yeah, it's been moved to Wednesday, the first one in November, because of the election and such. So it's been moved to the Wednesday. So it's NXT versus AEW on a Wednesday night. And they've decided, well, this is a good time to do something a little bit different. Let's go to the ECW Arena and put on NXT from the ECW Arena.
For the sickos. Am I right?
Oh.
They can use that. That's never been used before.
No one's done sickos. Definitely have that. I had a hilarious idea, and I know they won't do it, and I know I'll get lambasted. But how much fun would it be if they went, "Welcome to NXT, and tonight we are in the land of extreme. We are celebrating ECW. Please bring out our special guests." Ezekiel Jackson, the last ever ECW champion.
Here's what everyone will do. Dynamite's on now.
Or let me put it back on. It might go better. Chavo Guerrero's here. Well, there we go. Back on. Okay, put it back on. Oh, there's the zombie.
Now we're staying. Because that would be impressive to actually see the zombie in ECW.
That actually would be very impressive. That's very true. But yeah, I want them to celebrate like WWE ECW. Here's Snitsky. Ava, for one night only, she can hand over the reins of the show to Tiffany.
No, what about what about Big Colin? I've forgotten his surname.
Colin Delaney.
Colin Delaney, that's the one.
Give us Colin Delaney on an ECW.
Don't make a mockery of a very serious wrestling show called NXT, Tom. Come on. It's pure pro wrestling what it is.
I apologise. So ECW Arena will host NXT in November. And it looks as if Australia is going to host WWE again soon.
Yeah, the WWE and Cook government are negotiating for a potential return to Perth, bloody Australia next year. Of course, it's where Elimination Chamber was at the start of this year, or was it February? Wherever, in the early parts of this year. It's expected the show, if talks are successful, will take place in the second half of next year. Tourism Minister Rita Safiotti. I need to remember my glasses, Thomas.
Rita Safiotti.
Safiotti. We're constantly pursuing these types of unique and exclusive events that attract visitors to our beautiful state, particularly ones we know are incredibly popular, like the UFC and WWE.
Yeah, I can see them going back to Oz. I know AEW have a date in Oz at the start of next year, so maybe WWE will take them on later in the year.
Just host the event on the same night in the same stadium,
on the opposite side of the stadium. So you've just got to choose which ring you look at. Oh.
Imagine that, a lovely, like a wrestling fan fest, but with AEW.
Just be annoying, be a cacophony, and all the fans start fighting over which is best, because that's all that matters now.
And they all start fighting like that.
I thought that. Will I say it?
We would be the same, Tom. We're not fighters in here.
We're the best. Shut up. Nice. Raw last night was from the land of extreme, and Ezekiel Jackson, former ECW champion, Philadelphia, in the Wells Fargo. And last night when Raw went off the air, we had a first time ever match, a first singles match for a WWE star, and a first pinfall loss for a WWE star, all in the same match.
Wasted on a dark show. Dark event match, whatever we want to call it.
It was a dark
I'm being
match.
Facetious, of course. It was Cody Rhodes taking on Jacob Fatu, Jacob's first singles match, and Jacob's first defeat. He takes 3 crossroads, as everyone has to do in a Cody Rhodes match, because it's a rubbish finisher. You shouldn't need to do 3 every time, Cody. Yeah, that's right, 3.
Shouldn't need to do 3.
So he does 3 crossroads and then gets the pinfall victory over a stricken Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, Philadelphia Street Fight main evented it, and the first loss for Jacob. I wonder, a lot of the times these dark matches are normally done to send the fans home happy, but sometimes they are done just to test the waters with certain people, certain combos, certain matches, and I feel like a Cody versus Jacob match is something they want to get to at some point.
It's an interesting one before WrestleMania, though, because you would think the way he's been presented on TV that Jacob Fatu would flatten Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Good and proper. So that's happening before WrestleMania. Obviously Cody can win. Obviously, no, that's always on the table.
We were talking about it upstairs, and Aiden was saying that Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu to him is the money match. I said, but but there is a disparity here. There's an issue here in the sense that Solo Sikoa is the tribal chief. So what you're saying is, Roman beats Solo and then he fights the bodyguard. Like in theory, you fight Jacob to get to Solo, but I think everyone kind of goes, actually, I'd rather see Roman versus Jacob at this point.
Yeah, Aiden's got it the right way around, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think you need just to retrofit it a little bit and Jacob going to orchestrate a coup.
And then that leaves Cody Rhodes open to take on The Rock for the People's Championship, bestowed upon The Rock by Muhammad Ali's late widow. The widow's still alive. Muhammad Ali's late.
Here you go.
The tag team of the Zombie and the late widow.
The winner faces Ezekiel Jackson for the ECW title.
What a nightmare.
This here, what you call domination. It's a combination of skill and concentration. And for the latest wrestling news at any time, you can check out cultaholic.com for Hold and Give.
4 p.m. on Hold and Give's YouTube channel. Go on the homepage and then go at the bottom, and it's on the affiliated ones there. But it's called Hold and Give Football. We'll be doing some football managing via EAFC 25 with Sunderland.
Sunderland. Stay hold. Love you, Give.